In this Corruption Perceptions Index 2023 report launched by Transparency International earlier today are findings about the state of corruption in 180 countries. On the left-hand side of this report are countries labeled yellow or light yellow, and this means that they are the least corrupt in the world. In this category, they are led by Denmark, which scored 90%, followed by Finland at 87% and New Zealand at 85%. But on the right-hand side are the most corrupt countries in the world, and these are labeled dark red. They are led here by Somalia, which scored 11%, followed by Venezuela at 13%. However, Uganda is light red, is in the category of light red, which means they are corrupt, but not as corrupt as those in dark red.
Rwanda comes in closer to the yellow zone with 53%, making her the best in the East African community if they were to be ranked.
We haven't indicated ranks because ranks distort. It doesn't help you if you're the first in your class, but you have scored less than 50, you have failed. So we're emphasizing more on the scores.
Largely, the East African community states have the worst perceptions of corruption globally, with Somalia being the worst of all, having scored 11, followed by South Sudan at number 4, and the Democratic Republic of Congo ranks 13, having obtained 20 points. Within the East African community region, and after Rwanda, Tanzania follows in ranking, having achieved 40%, though it is below the global average of 43%. Tanzania is closely followed by Kenya at number 3, having obtained 31, Uganda at number 4 with 26%. Then a tie between Burundi and Democratic Republic of Congo, each having obtained 20%, while South Sudan is at the bottom with 13 points. The Transparency International report links the failure by the government to stop corruption to weaknesses in the judicial systems and law enforcement agencies and political interference.
When you speak to access to justice, does the wananchi get justice in the same ratio as, let's say, those in power? We also looked at political interference. How far does political interference go to compromise the fight against corruption? We know that corruption will continue to thrive until justice systems excuse me, can punish wrongdoers and keep governments in check.
But the Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Chris Wariomunsi, disputed the claims of political interference, as indicated that corruption fight requires concerted efforts.
I've not seen where the political class heavily gets involved to go and interfere with investigations and so forth. Yes, there are weaknesses within the system which we should progressively address. But an excuse that there is political interference, I do not buy it.
To tackle the vice, it provides for 6 recommendations, which require the strengthening of the independence of the justice system, introduction of integrity and monitoring systems, improvement of access to justice, make the justice system more transparent, promote cooperation and promote accountability in grand corruption cases.
Shielding the justice system from interference is paramount for its functioning. Promoting merit-based rather than political appointments, and ensuring that the system has qualified personnel and is properly resourced.
According to Transparency International, there are 13 financial institutions globally, including the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, and African Development Bank, as well as business experts from whom this data on corruption perception is obtained. The data also indicates that there is correlation between corruption and autocratic regimes. Jackson Onyango, NTV in Kampala.